is me, the night I got fed up with my husband's abuse and accidentally ended his life. Now I will spend the rest of my days in prison, and my newborn will have to grow up away from me.
What will you do when they take him away?
Die of sadness.
Are you going to let them? Haven't you thought about escaping?
Inmates, back to your cells.
Abby Johns, the jury has reached a verdict, and you are found guilty of the crime that took your husband's life.
Please, you can't do this to me.
You are sentenced to life imprisonment. You will spend the rest of your life in prison.
They didn't even bother to investigate the truth. They framed me unjustly without knowing that he was a very violent man every time he drank.
I already told you, I don't want you to dress up so much.
But I'm just wearing the uniform like all the other waitresses.
You look like a clown. Take it off now.
That day, he tried to wash my face with alcohol because I had put on lipstick, and I accidentally pushed him. Everyone thought I had pushed him on purpose, but even though I know I acted in self-defense, I don't regret what I did because I know it will keep him away from my child forever. Soon, the symptoms of pregnancy began to take their toll. The oldest inmate offered to take care of me from the first months so that nothing bad would happen to my baby. And that's how my entry into the penitentiary was a little less painful, and I quickly adapted to my fellow inmates.
Have you thought about a name yet?
No, I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl.
Don't get too attached. Here in prison, you can only keep them until they're 2 years old.
Shut up, Marie. No one asked you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be a buzzkill.
I had no idea about that cruel rule. But after all, I wasn't going to condemn my child to live forever in this horrible place. Last night, I dreamed that I had him in my arms. I'm almost sure it's a boy. I enjoyed the last few weeks like never before, until one day, it was finally time to meet Jimmy.
Push with all your might. I can see the head now.
Ah!
Congratulations, man. It's a boy.
I knew it. I want to see him. After all the pain I had experienced, I never imagined I would feel such beautiful love again. Everyone in prison loved Jimmy. At first, I was afraid that my son would grow up in an environment surrounded by dangerous criminals. But there was something about Jimmy that softened even the hardest heart in prison, distracted by all the good and bad things happening to me. I didn't realize that, in the blink of an eye, 20 months had already passed behind bars. And Jimmy was already 1 year old. We had less and less time together. That meant he would be able to develop, play, and grow like a normal child outside of prison, who could even have a decent birthday party. But I knew that as soon as they took him from my arms, I would miss him so much. One day, a new inmate arrived at the prison. She looked disoriented and nervous. No one knew what she had done to end up there, but without judging her, my little Jimmy wanted to go over and say hello.
Move aside, pest.
Hey, what's wrong with you? That day, there was a big commotion, and I ended up being punished. But I wasn't going to let anyone touch a single hair on my child's head. The worst part is that it wasn't just a simple punishment, but the saddest and most final of news.
What happened, Abby? Why did they bring you here? Where's Jimmy?
Oh, Rebecca, they moved the date to hand him over. Now we only have 1 month left together.
Don't tell me that.
And all because I fought with a rowdy inmate.
I'm sure there's still hope.
And what are you doing here?
I did something very bad a long time ago.
Rebecca's sentence to the electric chair had finally been approved, as previously that penalty was not approved by the district. It seems the laws had been changed, and now she would face that horrible punishment for a crime she committed, blinded by jealousy when she discovered her husband had been unfaithful.
You're lucky to have been judged when that sentence was no longer in effect.
But I'm innocent, and I know you're not a bad person.
We're not, but the law is sometimes unjust, my dear.
With a broken heart, I cried all night trying not to make noise so as not to wake Jimmy, but I ended up waking my troublesome neighbor.
Why don't you shut up?
They're going to take my son away earlier than agreed, and it's all your fault.
Seriously, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. What are you going to do?
I didn't even know how to answer. The only thing I wanted was, at least for one day, to take Jimmy to the park or for an ice cream, to have 1 day of freedom with my son.
Why don't you request a special permit?
What's that?
Do something good, like offering to clean bathrooms for a whole year or scrape gum off the tables. Something like that to earn a reward for good behavior.
I'm not sure. Do you think it would work?
Try it. I can even help you if you want.
We will organize a singing recital for the committee. If they like it, they'll grant me a day off with Jimmy. Please help me. It's the only chance I'll have to take my child out before they take him away. Rebecca organized everything, as in her youth. Before marrying her late unfaithful husband, she had taught singing classes at a girls' school. I wasn't just excited about the idea of spending a whole day with Jimmy outside this horrible prison. Seeing all the girls working together made me feel like, after all, I had found a family here. However, we had a small problem. None of us could sing very well, to say the least. And Jimmy knew it. I don't think we'll make it. We sound terrible.
Yeah, with our horrible voices, they might even increase our sentence.
Shut up, Marie. Don't you want Jimmy to go somewhere nice with his mother?
Of course, but we're doing it very badly.
Look, no one is going to give up. I'll make you sing decently, even if it's the last thing I do.
Abby and Jimmy deserve it.
I'm going on, and you'd better too, Marie.
I only said we sang horribly, but you'll fix it.
Thank you, girls. We spent entire days and nights without sleep, just rehearsing, and we got better each time, because at least Jimmy no longer cried when he heard us. We were so committed that one day, while rehearsing in the yard, it started raining, and we didn't even move from our spots to make sure it would be perfect. On the day of the performance, I woke up very early to get ready. I wanted to leave a beautiful memory of his mom in Jimmy's mind. When you're incarcerated, there are few exciting moments like this, so we all enjoyed the chance to go out and sing to the fullest. At first, we were nervous, but when a guard approached Rebecca to tell her something, we calmed down a bit. A piano would help us a lot to stay on key. When we finished our big musical number, the whole audience was on their feet. We felt as excited and happy as if we were famous.
Do you think we made it?
They look very happy. Jimmy deserves it.
Hey, by the way, where is he?
I ran to the infirmary as soon as I could. They called me to tell me he had gotten sick, but with all the rush for the recital, I didn't even notice.
What happened?
He caught a cold from the rain.
Poor thing, but we have some good news for you. The jury approved your day off.
It's too late. His future adoptive parents are already coming for him.